The 17-year-long wait finally comes to an end. India has now won the finals of the T20 World Cup. This happened for the first time since its inaugural edition in 2007. Fans all around India were waiting to end this 11-year-long ICC trophy drought. Fans have taken to the streets.
लेकिन बुमराह और जसप्रीत की वजह से जो बॉलिंग कसी हुई गेंदबाजी की और उन्होंने विकेट भी निकाले, बस मैच पलट गई। ये मैं कभी सोच भी नहीं सकते जिस प्रकार साउथ अफ्रीका के पक्ष में गई। लेकिन मैंने पहले ही जानकारी दी थी 2007 की जीत टीम इंडिया करेगी रिपीट।
Happiness seems to be in the air. In a shocking turn of events, Indian stalwarts Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli called curtains on the shortest form of the game.
I mean, 2026 बहुत लंबा टाइम बाकी है. I think very happy for Ro and Virat. It has been, I think, very special. You know, two giants of Indian cricket, two legends of Indian cricket who I think thoroughly deserve this, and it's been so amazing playing with them for so many years in this format, and obviously we all will miss them, but at the same point of time I think this is the best farewell as a teammate and as brotherhood which we have created in this group we can give them.
King Kohli's stellar knock played a crucial role in saving the day. Prime Minister Modi congratulated the men in blue for their stellar victory. Home Minister Amit Shah and UP CM Yogi Adityanath also congratulated the Indian team. India, India, India echoes in every corner of the world right now. The men in blue finally rose from the despair caused by last year's ODI World Cup defeat. This win is indeed historic. Former cricketers have hailed Sharma's style of captaincy.
They planned well, they executed well, they were well led by Rohit, but more than Rohit, led by Virat in the final, led by Bumrah all tournament. And I think Paral Dravid as well. You know, this is an excellent bonus for the hard work they've put in. It's been a while coming. So with all the resources India have, they'll be hoping this is another start to a long run.
With emotions running high, we bid farewell to two legends who have given their all to Indian cricket. The game is more than just a win. It's a celebration of hope. It's a celebration of resilience. It's the celebration of that unbreakable spirit that is held by our great country, India.
Viewers, India's triumph at the T20 World Cup final wasn't possible if Virat Kohli didn't make that crucial knock, because it was his 76 that helped India reach a comfortable target of 176, and that is something that all the budding cricketers will look up to, because this legend, the king, has also announced his retirement from the T20 internationals, making way for the new gen cricketers to take over the mantle. Here's a tribute to Virat Kohli.
From the streets of Delhi's Uttam Nagar to the biggest stages of world cricket, King Kohli's legacy is to be remembered by every Indian. From his very first T20 international ball against Zimbabwe to his grand T20I knock against South Africa, his golden career is one made for history books. He ended his golden stint with a stellar knock of 76 runs. The young boy who captained India's under-19 side in 2008 is now one of the legends to go down in the history of the game. Relentless fitness schedules, years and years of practice, criticism from multiple corners. The chase master's golden career comes to an end. He who can rise from the face of any adversity, he who can scare any opposition to their absolute bones, he who can turn any match around, he who has given the 1.3 billion people of India thousands of memories. Let's give it up for the one and only. Let's give it up for the greatest of the greats. One last time, all together. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Virat Kohli.
We are joined by Rajkumar Sharma, who is the childhood coach of Virat Kohli, and he himself is a recipient of Dronacharya Award. Sir, Kohli bids farewell to the T20 format after hitting 76 after a spectacular knock at the World Cup yesterday at Barbados. Your reaction?
I think he is left this format with highest at the highest point, and I really appreciate and back his decision, because he has set an example sort of for all the cricketers that one should leave at the high where people ask you that you should play. You have a lot of cricket left in you, and not like people say why he's not leaving. So it was a big moment, and I think he is left at the right moment. It couldn't have been better, winning the World Cup and winning the man of the match in the finals of that.
So Kohli, as a learner initially when you were coaching him, and now he is a world-renowned batter, which is that one quality, characteristic or trait which you've seen constant in him?
Look, when he came to me, he was not even 10-year-old. So he's been with me for last 26 years. And the best thing about him was his self-belief. The God has given him immense talent, but the work ethics he has was tremendous. His mantra for his fitness, he's very hardworking guy and very focused, very dedicated for cricket. He's very hungry for the team to win, He always wants to win for the country. So these are few qualities which have made him such a great player.
One last question on Team India, sir. Now that the two stalwarts are retiring from the T20 format, who are we rooting to? Who do you think is going to take this fort ahead?
It won't be that easy, because these both of them were great players, who have served the country so well and for so long. They have been match winners. They have won so many matches for the country. So it won't be easy for the youngster to come and fill their shoes. But I think we have got a lot of talent. We have got Yashasvi Jaiswal sitting outside. We have got a player like Shubman Gill. Rinku Singh is there. So we are fortunate, and I must congratulate BCCI for this, that they have such a plan and the format that India is always getting good talent. So it is the way the BCCI is handling Indian cricket is just marvelous, and that is why we are seeing so many youngsters coming and keeping seniors on the toes.
Well, along with Virat Kohli, hitman Rohit Sharma also announced his retirement from the T20 international format. In fact, Republic also spoke to his childhood coach, Dinesh Lord. It was an emotional moment for him as well. Listen in.
कल के मैच का टर्निंग पॉइंट था बुमराह की 18वीं जो ओवर उसने डाली, 18th ओवर जो डाली, जिसमें एक रन देके उसने एक विकेट निकाली, वो सबसे बड़ा टर्निंग पॉइंट। उसके बाद हार्दिक ने कार्लसन को आउट किया, वो दूसरा टर्निंग पॉइंट है। लेकिन टर्निंग पॉइंट तो बोल नहीं सकते कि ये टीम गेम है। टीम गेम में सबका जो सहयोग हो गया कल का, वो सब बेहतरीन होगा, क्योंकि रोहित ने जिस तरह से कप्तानी की, जिस तरह से उसने चेंजेस किए बॉलर्स, तो बहुत ही बढ़िया किए। तो ये नहीं कह सकता कि कोई टर्निंग पॉइंट तो सर कल आपने अगर देखा होगा कि विराट की जो इनिंग थी सबसे बेहतरीन इनिंग उसके लाइफ टाइम की, मुझे लग रहा है बेहतरीन इनिंग, क्योंकि उसके इनिंग के वजह से हम लोग वर्ल्ड कप जीते। बुमराह की जो गेंदबाजी, यानी ये टीम एफर्ट की वजह से हम लोग कल का वर्ल्ड कप जीते, ऐसे मुझे लग रहा है।
खास करके रोहित की कैप्टनी को लेकर, फाइनल मैच को लेकर चल रहा था, काफ़ी प्रेशर था आखिरी ओवर में जिस तरह से देखने को मिला।
प्रेशर तो डेफिनेटली रहता है कि वर्ल्ड कप है और आपको 130 करोड़ जनता को खुश करना है, तो ये प्रेशर तो होगा ही होगा क्योंकि देश के लिए आप खेल रहे हो। बट उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से हैंडल किया, क्योंकि जब अक्षर पटेल को एक ओवर में 22 रन गए थे तो ऐसे लग रहा था मैच तो निकल गई थी। मैं भी खुद टेंशन में मैं बेडरूम में जाके बैठ गया, मैं भी मैच देखना नहीं चाहता। बट जब कार्सन का विकेट निकाला उसके बाद जो उन्होंने जो वापस गेम में आ गया और गेम में आके उन्होंने जो बॉलिंग डाली और उसके वजह से कल का मैच हम लोग जीत गए थे।
काफ़ी पहले रोहित शर्मा के ऊपर काफ़ी सवाल लोग खड़े कर रहे थे, लेकिन कहीं रोहित शर्मा ने जवाब दे दिया।
सवाल तो करते ही रहते क्योंकि आप थोड़ा ख़राब होता है तो आपके बारे में, लेकिन मुझे नहीं लगता कि रोहित शर्मा के बारे में कोई गलत कोई बात करते होगी, क्योंकि रोहित शर्मा ने जब से 2011 के बाद का आपका उसने अगर आपका रेशो देखा होगा तो वो टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड ही जाकर नीचे उतरा ही नहीं है। आपने देखा होगा कि उसने 3 डबल सेंचुरीज की है, T20 में उसने 100 का रिकॉर्ड है, टेस्ट डेब्यू में उसका रिकॉर्ड है, तो रिकॉर्ड ही करते गया है, वो कमी हुआ है ना। तो उसके ऊपर सवाल ही नहीं होता है कि उसके ऊपर कोई उंगली उठाए कि रोहित ऐसे कर रहा है वैसे कर रहा है। मुझे नहीं लग रहा है किसी ने उसके ऊपर उंगली उठाई होगी।
रोहित शर्मा को आपने ABCD सिखाकर छोटे से मतलब इतने इंटरनेशनल तक पहुंचाया, अब रोहित शर्मा T20 इंटरनेशनल से संन्यास लिए, क्या कहेंगे?
तो परफेक्ट उसका डिसीजन है, क्योंकि T20 क्रिकेट बहुत फास्ट क्रिकेट है और आने वाले नए बच्चों को भी चांस देना बहुत ज़रूरी है। और उसको अभी वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियन है, उसके ऊपर फोकस करना है, या तो उसको आने वाला वर्ल्ड कप है 50 ओवर का, उसके ऊपर फोकस करना है।
With that, it's a wrap on today's edition of Across the Republic. Up next is a live and breaking news segment. Do stay tuned.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Get ready to witness the best technology extravaganza of the year. The first edition of the Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards has received an overwhelming number of nominations. Dominating the categories are AI and robotics, healthcare, edutech, fintech, banking and finance, and martech. Groundbreaking innovations and revolutionary ideas from the largest digitalized economy in the world. Join us as we celebrate India's incredible digital growth story. Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards, Friday, 5th July 2024.
Did Narendra Modi go wrong? Is there a problem between Mohan Bhagwat and Narendra Modi? Does the Sangh believe the BJP has grown too big for its boots? Was the Sangh angry with JP Nadda's interview in the Indian Express where he said that we do not need the electoral help of the RSS? These are questions on everyone's conversation.
I do not know what Mohanji thought, because Mohanji spoke after 4 days of my writing the article. It just shows that Swayamsevak have similar thinking, and he is a supreme leader. He thinks before he speaks, and every word of his is measured. As I said, the context was wrongly chosen. And secondly, he also talked about the fake news which affected RSS also. RSS are dragged into the election, which was not done. And since you talked about provocation, there is no provocation. It's just that organizer asked me to, write an article about lessons of 2024. And I sat down to write, and all the things that came to my mind, I put it down. And
you were writing on
organizer is good enough.
You were writing on your own.
Yeah, organizer good enough that they said, I asked them whether they want to publish it. They said there is no harm at all.
You must be often left wondering through the week that many issues that register in your mind as important are lost as a blip in the daily grind. I'm going to help you. Pick up those issues, untangle them, dissect the politics behind them, and ultimately give you a broad sweep, a deep dive.
Did Narendra Modi go wrong? Is there a problem between Mohan Bhagwat and Narendra Modi? Does the Sangh believe the BJP has grown too big for its boots? Was the Sangh angry with JP Nadda's interview in the Indian Express where he said that we do not need the electoral help of the RSS? These are questions on everyone's conversation.
I do not know what Mohanji thought because Mohanji spoke after 4 days of my writing the article. It just shows that Swayamsevak have similar thinking. And he's a supreme leader. He thinks before he speaks, and every word of his is measured. As I said, the context was wrongly chosen. And secondly, he also talked about the fake news which affected RSS also. RSS was dragged into the election, which was not done. And since you talked about provocation, there is no provocation. It's just that organizer asked me to, write an article about lessons of 2024. And I sat down to write, and all the things that came to my mind, I put it down. And
you were writing on
organizer is good enough.
You were writing on your own.
Yeah, organizer good enough that they said, I asked them whether they want to publish it. He said, there is no harm at all.
PM Modi dials Team India Lords players, thanks outgoing head coach Dravid. T20 World Cup triumph follows King Kohli's and hitmen, and now Ravindra Jadeja's retirement announcement. General Upendra Dwivedi takes over as 38th Chief of Army Staff. Indie bloc allies up, Congress turned foes over Liquorgate. Congress says poll loss due to Kejriwal's role. India allies to stage protest in Parliament tomorrow over the NEET scam and arrest of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal by the CBI. Women mercilessly assaulted publicly in Bengal's Uttar Dinajpur district. Several watchers mute spectators. All right, a breaking news development coming in and from West Bengal. The rift between India only seems to be growing. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has waded in on the Kuch Bihar horror case now. He has said that attacks on women, irrespective of their caste, are unacceptable. Elections have been held, results have been declared, and the ruling party has won the maximum seats in the state. Then why is the government resorting to violence in the state? We're not seeing such cases anywhere in the country like the ones seen in Bengal after the elections. No one has the right to commit violence against women. That's Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary of the Congress party, not anyone in the BJP. Let's listen in.
देखिए, कोई भी महिला हो, चाहे आदिवासी हो, आदिवासी ना हो, बंगाल में महिला पर अत्याचार किसी सूरत में हम बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते। और सिर्फ बंगाल में नहीं, हिंदुस्तान में कई जगह महिला पर अत्याचार किसी हालत में कोई समर्थन नहीं दे पाएंगे। बंगाल में क्यों ऐसा हो रहे हैं? चुनाव हो चुके हैं, चुनाव के नतीजा निकल चुके हैं, सत्तारूढ़ पार्टी की बहुत सारे सीट में जीत हासिल चुके हैं। फिर किसके खिलाफ ये प्रतिहिंसा बरतने की जरूरत होती है, मुझे पता नहीं। ये राजनीतिक प्रतिहिंसा सारे देश में चर्चा के मुद्दे बन गए हैं। सारे देश में हर जगह चुनाव हुए हैं, लेकिन कहीं इस तरीके की कानून और व्यवस्था की बुरा इस्तेमाल नहीं हो रहे हैं जो बंगाल में हो रहे हैं। एक महिला चाहे जो जिस पार्टी के भी क्यों ना हो, उससे अत्याचार करने की कोई अधिकार किसी को नहीं है। पुलिस वालों ने लिपापोती करने के लिए इधर की बात उधर, उधर की बात इधर करने की हर संभव प्रयास करेंगे। लेकिन हमारा कहने का मतलब यही है, हमारा यही मांग होगी कि दोषियों को गिरफ्तार किया जाए और दोषियों के खिलाफ सख्त कार्रवाई किया जाए। मेरा दलील ये है कि बंगाल में चुनाव हो चुके हैं, अभी शांति चैन की जरूरत है। बंगाल को और बंगाल की जो सत्तारूढ़ पार्टी उनकी सरकार को इस मुद्दे पे ध्यान देना चाहिए, यही मेरी ये सरकार से मांग है।
All right, Ishan Dev joins us live from our Kolkata newsroom. Ishan Dev, first up, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary speaking in Hindi suggests that he had national audience in mind. Also, he's talking about Kuch Bihar and he specifically says that these are cases of political reprisal violence. So obviously, what Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is saying is exactly what the BJP was also saying. Is it true that it's political violence that's really happening in Bengal on the ground?
Exactly. So Abhishek, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, what he has said today, the same kind of statement was coming from BJP a few days back when a committee of four, a fact-finding committee consisting of 4 MPs was formed by the BJP national leadership, and when that committee was being sent to West Bengal, a press release was there signed by Arun Singh, in which Arun Singh also stated that this is the only one state in the whole country where after the election such violences are going on. In no other state such things are being seen. And Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary also comes up with the same doctrine today, saying that why this is happening only in West Bengal. Throughout the country, every state has gone through elections, but nowhere such things are happening. So here, the tune of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary and the tune of BJP central leadership are matching with each other. You are completely right in that context. And Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary's comment regarding the incident in Coach Bihar is not only limited to Coach Bihar's incident, because almost from every district or from several districts such incidents are being reported. Today also another visual, very shocking and brazen visual came from North Dinajpur district, where a woman was brutally beaten up by a man who is known to be very close to the local TMC MLA Hamidur Rahman. So these kinds of incidents on brutal attacks on women are happening in several districts, in several places in West Bengal, and almost in all the cases the ruling dispensation is trying to deny that such incidents are happening with the woman. And today also the ruling dispensation is saying that the woman from Coach Bihar, who is the victim of such brutal incident, she is lying. They are not ready. They are not ready to express their remorse. They are not ready to correct their courses. They are still saying that the victims are lying and they are not ready for any kind of repentance. Abhishek.
Ishan, and what's the response, since you mentioned about the North Dinajpur incident, what's been the response of the Mamata government to that?
As of now, till now, there is no such response from the government, and the person who is accused, who is seen in the video, who is brutally beating the woman in front of a big crowd, that person's name is Tajemul, and he is known as JCB popularly in the area, because reportedly, according to the allegations, he is habituated to organize very quick justice programs which are called Insaf Sabha in those areas, and from those Insaf Sabhas this Tajemul delivers many verdicts against many local problems, and he himself takes the role of the executioner there. So in this case also he was passing the verdict and he was being the executioner. He was beating up a woman openly in front of a crowd, and this Tajemul, who is popularly known as JCB, he is very close to the local MLA, and TMC has not still taken any considerable or substantial step against him.
Right. Thank you so much, Ishan, for bringing us up to speed with those details. Political violence continuing unabated in Bengal, and one more incident in fact, coming to light from North Dinajpur district today. Moving on, we continue to keep focus on those stories coming in from Bengal. But moving on, other stories from across the country in Bharat in 5 minutes. During the 111th episode of Mann Ki Baat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi highlighted the international recognition of India's cultural icons. In May, Turkmenistan celebrated its national poet Magtim Guli Pariji's 300th birth anniversary by unveiling statues of 24 renowned poets, including that of Rabindranath Tagore's. This comes after when in June, Caribbean nations Suriname and St. Vincent and the Grenadines honored their Indian heritage, with Suriname celebrating Indian Arrival Day on June 5. Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva criticized the AAP government's handling of waterlogging issues, claiming that many drains in the city had not been cleaned. He accused the AAP government of being more focused on corruption rather than addressing the city's infrastructure needs, and emphasized that the people of Delhi desire relief from the current administration's inefficiencies.
दिल्ली का दुर्भाग्य यह है कि यहाँ एक ऐसी सरकार है जो पहले एक एक बूंद के लिए दिल्ली वालों को तरसाती है, और जब बारिश या मानसून आता है तो नालों की सफाई नहीं करने के कारण दिल्ली में ये जलभराव की स्थिति है.
The IMD has announced that the monsoon is currently active across the country. Specifically, extremely heavy rainfall is expected over the next 2 days in Arunachal Pradesh, with red alerts issued for Arunachal, Assam, Meghalaya and parts of West Bengal and Sikkim. Monsoon progress has been noted over the West Rajasthan, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. Looking ahead, IMD forecasts favourable conditions for further advancement, expecting the monsoon to cover the remaining parts of India within the next 2-3 days.
If you talk about the forecast, presently for northeastern state, we are expecting extremely heavy rainfall for next 2 days, specifically Arunachal Pradesh, mean more than 20 centimeter. For that, we have given red alert for Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, and sub-Himalayan West Bengal, Sikkim for today.
The National Investigation Agency conducted searches in Rajouri district, Jammu and Kashmir, related to the Riyasi terror attack. This incident occurred when terrorists fired upon a bus transporting yatris from Shivkhori to Qatar on June 9th, leading to the bus falling into a gorge and claiming 9 lives, including that of children. The NIA assigned the case by the Ministry of Home Affairs on June 15th, targeted 5 sites linked to hybrid terrorists and overground workers. Union Minister Chirag Paswan emphasized Bihar's need for special status, affirming it as a long-standing demand rather than political pressure. He underscored bipartisan support within Bihar for this initiative and expressed confidence in PM Modi's leadership within the NDA alliance, highlighting the BJP's central role. Paswan stressed the necessity of presenting this demand directly to PM Modi, stating it as their responsibility.
पॉलिटिक्स नहीं है भाई, ये मांग तो हम लोग की रही है. कौन सा ऐसा दल है जो कि बिहार से आता है और वो विशेष राज के दर्जे की मांग नहीं करता हो या उस पर अपनी सहमति नहीं देता हो? हम खुद इसके पक्षधर हैं. पर अगर हम ये बोलें कि भैया बिहार को विशेष राज का दर्जा देना चाहिए, तो हम प्रेशर पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं. नहीं.
Police detained women, girls and men from Dalit families in Madhya Pradesh's Chhatarpur during a land demarcation dispute under the Orsha Road police station. The police allegedly locked them in the station and assaulted them. The victims accused Chhatarpur MLA Lalita Yadav of involvement. The family claims BJP leaders pressured police to act. Police stated the family was obstructing government work and posed a threat, necessitating preventive action. The case remains in the Chhatarpur court as of now. All right, moving on. Outgoing Army Chief General Manoj Pandey received a Guard of Honor on his last day in office. After a distinguished 26-month tenure, he laid a wreath at the National War Memorial, marking his retirement as Chief of Army Staff. More details in this report. All right, breaking news development coming in. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has landed in Doha on a day-long official visit to Qatar. He was received at the airport by Chief of Protocol Mr. Ibrahim Fakhru. The External Affairs Minister is on his first visit to Qatar after taking over in his second term. Earlier, he has visited United Arab Emirates in the Gulf region, and before that, his first foreign trip happened to be Sri Lanka in our neighborhood. So, neighborhood first policy with Sri Lanka visit and extended neighborhood first policy with the UAE and Qatar visit. Remember, Qatar played an important role, and the Qatari leadership played an important role in the release of those naval veterans who were accused of espionage in Qatar. And during his visit, Foreign Minister, External Affairs Minister would be meeting the Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Qatar, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman bin Jassim Al Thani, and this follows regular exchange of high-level visits. Prime Minister Modi had visited Qatar on 14th and 15th of February, remember this year, and held discussions with Qatar's Amir, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. And the External Affairs Minister is going to sit and review the bilateral relations, including political, trade, investment, energy, security, cultural and people-to-people relationship. And as I mentioned, remember the role Qatari leadership, particularly Amir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani played in the release of naval veterans who were on a death row on charges of espionage or spying for Israel, in fact, by Qatar. Important foreign visit there of External Affairs Minister, and he has been keeping focus on India's immediate and extended neighborhood, visiting Sri Lanka, UAE and Qatar now, before, of course, he travels along with Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Moscow and Austria early next month, between July 8 and 10. Moving on. All right, moving on, but staying with some international stories. Polling stations have closed in Mauritania's presidential election, and ballot counting has begun. Incumbent President Mohamed Ould Ghazouani, a former army chief and current African Union president, is expected to win. He has positioned Mauritania as a strategic ally of the West and promised security and economic growth. Despite accusations of corruption, he remains popular. The vote proceeded peacefully with a 40% turnout of 2 million eligible voters. Partial results are expected by late Sunday evening. Chile and Peru celebrated Pride Day with parades through their cities. In Santiago, Chile, over 120,000 people participated, marking 25 years since the decriminalization of homosexuality. From 1875 to 1999, Chile's penal code punished consensual same-sex relations with imprisonment. In Peru, the LGBTQ+ community marched under the decree that classified 7 gender identities as mental illness. The Peruvian government reversed the decree after facing criticism. President Biden seeks to reassert himself after criticism over his debate performance against Donald Trump. Despite concerns raised by Democrats, he attended fundraisers in East Hampton and Red Bank, emphasizing Trump's record and asserting Democrats gained ground post-debate. The events, hosted by prominent figures like Avram Glazer and Barry Rosenstein, aim to reassure donors of Biden's result. Thousands gathered in Tel Aviv demanding new elections and action on Gaza hostages. Protesters criticized Netanyahu's government handling of conflicts, including recent tensions with Hezbollah. The country remains divided amid ongoing Gaza war and ceasefire struggles. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense reported 5 PLA aircraft and 7 planned vessels operating around Taiwan, with 5 aircraft entering the Air Defense Identification Zone. This continues China's increased military activities near Taiwan, including frequent incursions into the ADIZ. Additionally, Taiwan's Coast Guard monitored 4 CCG vessels near the Kinmen Islands, underscoring ongoing tensions and sovereignty disputes between Taiwan and China. And more international news, the snap presidential election in Iran is heading into a runoff next week after reformist-backed Masoud Pezeshkian and hardliner Saeed Jalili emerged at the top but failed to secure a majority in a vote with a record low turnout. Only 40% of more than 61 million eligible Iranians voted. The Ministry of Interior said on Saturday, a new low in presidential elections since the country's 1979 revolution, insofar as the turnout is concerned. More in this report.
ما انشالله سعی خواهیم کرد با همه کشورها روابط دوستانه‌ای داشته باشیم غیر از اسرائیل. حجاب هم در حقیقت آن چیزیست که از نظر به اصطلاح قانونی باید بهش رسید، ولی هر رفتار غیر انسانی یا حریم شکنانه نباید به خواهران ما داشته.
where the software engineer meets the gifted content writer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University. Get ready to witness the best technology extravaganza of the year. The first edition of the Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards has received an overwhelming number of nominations. Dominating the categories are AI and robotics, healthcare, edutech, fintech, banking and finance, and martech. Groundbreaking innovations and revolutionary ideas from the largest digitalized economy in the world. Join us as we celebrate India's incredible digital growth story. Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards, Friday, 5th July 2024.
Did the BJP pay the price for showing so much ideological flexibility, or rather giving a sense that ideology does not matter?
Voters have told them. Who am I to tell? You just have a team of people talking to 1,000 BJP voters, NCP voters, and find the answer why I am saying this. They may try to come together again with a common agenda. It's for them to come with a common agenda and fight the election again. It's up to them. For BJP, there are huge bets. For NCP, it's a huge risk for the next election. Maharashtra election around the corner. It's for them to think, either convince the voters that we have a clear-cut common agenda to develop Maharashtra, or they decide what to do. Who am I to say? As a voter, not even as an analyst, it is very clear that it's very difficult to get the votes transferred to each other. I'm not even talking any other issue.
What you're basically indicating is that the BJP should give up alliances like Ajit Pawar, go back to its ideological core.
You must be often left wondering through the week that many issues that register in your mind as important are lost as a blip in the daily grind. I'm going to help you. Pick up those issues, untangle them, dissect the politics behind them, and ultimately give you a broad sweep, a deep dive.
A very good evening, viewers. It's 7 p.m. and you're watching This is Exclusive from Asia's largest newsroom, Republic TV, with me, Deepak Suresh Kumar. What an innings it has been for the men in blue in the T20 World Cup tournament. They have clinched the coveted trophy after 17 years since they first won